Alright, so this is a TDI Jetta. This video is to show the tensioner pulley, how to change that. It's kind of a pain, these things are tight. So the quickest way I figured out, I messed around some different ways trying to do it, but ultimately the quickest way was to pop that fan, have it down there. First thing, I get that out so you have some room to work, so you can pull the bolts for the AC compressor. I dropped that, all the lines are still connected, but that gives me enough room to also drop the alternator. Then that, you can spin the alternator all around anywhere you need to, but then it gets you, let's see if you can see now, it gets you into this area. So if you can see that groove there, right in the back, you can stick a deep socket. I used this ratchet, and this ratchet, the handle turns, so I was able to break it free with that, but there actually is enough room to swing there too, once you have the alternator out. So it's pretty easy once you pop those out. And then I just wanted to show a quick trick on backing these off so the alternator goes on easier. I just have a deep socket, and then took the bolt that holds this thing in, threaded it through the other way, and as you can see, as I turn it, it's hard to see anything, but it's pulling that collar back. So I'm just doing it the opposite way. Make it easier to get your alternator back in, just a little quick trick. And then let me make one more note on, a couple more notes actually, on your tensioner. There is going to be a little bit when you put it in, you have to hold it with a wrench on the front like you were putting the belt on. So pull some tension on it. There's a little cog that has to line up in the bracket that it holds in, and it basically is just a little bit spring loaded, if that makes sense. So, you stick it in, it can only go in one way, and then you start it, but then before you crank it down tight, just pull that like you're putting tension on it to put the belt on, and then tighten that back nut. And then if you go underneath, you can see, I'll show you what I mean. Why not? So there's your there's your tensioner, and so see that little cog, that's gonna land in this bracket, and if it's like here somewhere and you tighten it down, then your pulley will be on an angle and it won't work. So just make sure you got that set, and then you're good. As you can see, I pulled those compressor bolts off. That thing's just chilling there. But it's only 3 bolts. Put that back in, 2 to put that alternator in. And as you can see, taking that fan shroud, you got a good amount of room there to work with. These things are tight. It's not the end. It's not the worst. They're a pain, but it's doable. Alright, not sure what else. Obviously you could disconnect your battery when you pull that alternator, just so as it's dangling around, sparks don't fly. But other than that, that's about it. Just gonna put this back together and we'll be done.